Our bodies at 60, 70, and beyond are like finely crafted musical instruments. They have played the magnificent music of a lifetime, with a rich history etched into every note. And for this precious instrument to continue playing its healthy melodies, we don't need to discard the familiar notes that have brought us joy. Instead, we need to learn how to play them more wisely, with an understanding and appreciation for the subtle shifts in our body's own harmony. Fruit, with its sweet flavor and vibrant colors, is one of the most beautiful and familiar notes in our health symphony. It's a gift from nature, a source of joy and nourishment. But have you ever wondered if the way we enjoy these gifts is truly in tune with our changing bodies? Today's conversation isn't about labeling fruits as good or bad. It's about coming together to find a deeper understanding. It's a journey to find harmony between the food we eat, our heart health, the stability of our blood pressure, and especially the medications that many of us rely on every day. Welcome to Healthy Steps Seniors. I'm Christopher Wilson. Here, along with our team of clinical nutritionists, physical therapists, and geriatric specialists, we don't create frightening do-not lists. The core of our mission is to listen and have a dialogue with you. We believe that learning is a two-way street. So, we want to invite you to participate right now. What is one health question you've always wanted a clear, science-based answer to? Please share that question with us in the comments below. Our team reads every single comment, and your questions will inspire and shape the valuable content we create in the future. In today's video, we won't be talking about fear. Instead, we will explore the science behind 5 common fruits together. The goal is to arm you with knowledge, built on a foundation of scientific evidence, so you can confidently make the wisest choices for your health. As always, this information is for educational purposes and does not replace personal medical advice. Always consult your doctor for specific health concerns. And if you believe in the power of knowledge to live a healthier, more vibrant life, please take a moment to press the subscribe button and join our community. Let's start with a very familiar fruit, grapes. Sweet, juicy, and so refreshing. They often appear on the dessert plate after a family meal, or as a quick snack we assume is completely harmless. We eat a few, then a few more, and before we know it, a whole bunch has disappeared. And it's precisely because of this ease that we rarely stop to ask ourselves, what is really happening inside our bodies when we eat them? To understand this clearly, the experts at Healthy Steps Seniors want to introduce you to 2 important concepts: the glycemic index, GI, and the glycemic load, GL. Imagine the glycemic index, GI, as the speed at which sugar from food enters your bloodstream. The glycemic load, on the other hand, also considers the amount of sugar you eat. Grapes, especially the very sweet, seedless varieties, have a relatively high GI and GL. According to the U.S. National Institutes of Health, NIH, these foods can cause our blood sugar levels to rise very quickly after eating. As we enter the golden decades of our lives, our bodies can become less sensitive to insulin, the hormone that helps move sugar from the blood into cells for energy. When that happens, a sudden blood sugar spike creates a significant strain, forcing the body to work much harder. If this situation is repeated, it can cause inflammation at a cellular level inside our blood vessels. And the American Heart Association has made it very clear that chronic inflammation is one of the leading risk factors for heart disease and stroke. Let's look at the story of Jeanette, an 80-year-old retired teacher and a member of our community. Jeanette began to notice she was often feeling unusually tired and slightly dizzy in the afternoons. Instead of ignoring it, she shared this with her doctor. Her doctor suggested she use a continuous glucose monitor for a week. The results were surprising. Her energy slumps perfectly coincided with blood sugar spikes and subsequent crashes right after she ate a large bowl of grapes, a long-standing habit of hers. This early discovery was a turning point. She didn't have to give up her favorite fruit entirely. Instead, she worked with an HSS nutritionist and learned how to befriend them more intelligently. So, how can you apply this wisdom? Here are 3 simple strategies from the experts at Healthy Steps Seniors. 1. Smart pairing. Never eat grapes alone on an empty stomach. Always pair them with a source of protein or healthy fat. A small handful of walnuts, a few slices of avocado, or a spoonful of unsweetened Greek yogurt. Protein and fat act like a brake, slowing down sugar absorption and helping to stabilize your blood sugar. 2. Portion awareness. Practice measuring your portions. A reasonable serving of grapes is about the size of your palm, or about half a cup, around 10 to 15 grapes, not a large bowl. This helps you control the glycemic load you're taking in. 3. Timing is key. Enjoy grapes at times when you are physically active, such as before or after a walk. At these times, your body will prioritize using that sugar for energy, rather than letting it circulate in the blood and cause potential problems, especially in the evening before bed. By doing this, you're not just eating, you are proactively conducting your own health symphony with wisdom and confidence. Next, let's talk about a familiar companion in many of our kitchens, the banana. With its soft texture, ease of chewing, and sweet flavor, the banana has long been considered a heart-healthy superfood, mainly due to its rich potassium content. It's convenient, nutritious, and comforting. But is more always better, especially when it comes to the mineral potassium as we get older? First, let's affirm that potassium is an essential mineral. It plays a crucial role in regulating heart rhythm, maintaining stable blood pressure, and ensuring smooth nerve function and muscle contraction. However, the key to a healthy body lies in balance, and the organ primarily responsible for maintaining this delicate potassium balance is our kidneys, the body's intelligent filtering system. And according to the U.S. National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, NIDDK, the efficiency of this filter can naturally decline with age. In addition, many older adults are taking common blood pressure medications like ACE inhibitors, angiotensin II receptor blockers or ARBs, or potassium-sparing diuretics. These drugs, while very effective for blood pressure control, have a side effect of causing the kidneys to retain more potassium than usual. This combination can inadvertently lead to a condition called hyperkalemia. Simply put, when the potassium level in the blood becomes too high, it can interfere with the heart's electrical signals, leading to an irregular heartbeat. This is not something to panic about, but rather crucial knowledge for us to proactively manage our health. The story of Raymond, a 66-year-old retired carpenter, is a wonderful testament to this. During a routine health checkup, his blood test results showed a potassium level slightly above the safe threshold. His doctor, instead of immediately prescribing more medication, took the time to ask about his daily habits. Raymond shared that he started his day with 2 large bananas and a glass of orange juice. The doctor immediately realized that the combination of a very potassium-rich diet and the blood pressure medication he was taking was the cause. With a simple adjustment of reducing his banana portion to half a fruit and switching to water instead of orange juice in the morning, his potassium level returned completely to normal at his next checkup. No incident occurred, no panic, just understanding and timely action. Raymond's story offers us valuable lessons. Here are 3 tips from the HSS team. 1. Know your medications. This is the most important step. Make it a habit every time you pick up a prescription to ask your pharmacist this simple question. Does this medication interact with any foods, especially those high in potassium? This knowledge is your protective tool. 2. Smart portioning. You don't have to give up bananas. Instead of eating a whole large banana at once, try using half for breakfast to provide energy and the other half for an afternoon snack if you feel you need it. 3. Diversify your diet. Don't rely on a single food for your minerals. The world of fruits and vegetables is incredibly rich. Avocados, spinach, and sweet potatoes are also excellent sources of potassium, helping you easily create variety and balance in your daily meals. Remember, optimal health doesn't come from extremes, but from balance and understanding. You absolutely have the power to create that balance every day. 3. Grapefruit and oranges, the subtle interaction between fruit and medication. Now, let's talk about citrus fruits, especially grapefruit and, to a lesser extent, Seville oranges. The image of a glass of orange juice in the morning or refreshing grapefruit segments has long been a symbol of a healthy breakfast, a great way to start the day with a good supply of vitamin C. We love their distinctive sweet and sour taste and the refreshing feeling they provide. But did you know that hidden behind that delicious taste is a complex chemical interaction that can directly affect the effectiveness and safety of the medications so many of us take daily? The core issue lies in a group of natural compounds called furanocoumarins. And this is not a new discovery. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, has issued very clear and specific warnings about this for years. These furanocoumarin compounds have a special ability. They can inhibit, or in other words, temporarily disable, a critically important enzyme in our small intestine and liver. This enzyme is called CYP3A4, and you can think of it as the body's professional cleanup crew, responsible for breaking down and processing many different types of drugs. When this cleanup crew stops working due to the effect of furanocoumarins, the concentration of the drug in the blood can build up and rise much higher than the prescribed safe level. This doesn't make the drug better. On the contrary, it increases the risk of serious side effects. The most commonly affected drugs include certain statins for lowering cholesterol, like atorvastatin, simvastatin, and some calcium channel blockers for treating high blood pressure, like nifedipine, among many others. The story of Elmer, 79, shows us the importance of a coordinated healthcare system. When he went to the pharmacy to pick up his regular statin prescription, the conscientious pharmacist didn't just hand him the medication. He had noticed that Elmer often bought grapefruit at the grocery store next door. The pharmacist gently asked about his eating habits and clearly explained this potential interaction. Elmer was incredibly grateful. He had no idea about this risk and just thought eating grapefruit was good for his health. Thanks to the pharmacist's diligence, he avoided a health risk he hadn't anticipated. What's the lesson here? It's about proactive communication. Here are 3 steps you can take today. 1. Be the one to ask. When receiving a new prescription or at a follow-up appointment, proactively ask your doctor or pharmacist, "Doctor, pharmacist, does this medication interact with any foods or drinks I should be aware of?" This is your right and also your responsibility for your own health. 2. Safety first. If you are taking any medication for a chronic condition, consider it a golden rule to speak with a healthcare professional before adding grapefruit juice or regularly eating grapefruit to your diet. Never assume it's safe. 3. Find alternatives. If you love the sweet and sour taste and want to supplement vitamin C, remember that the fruit world has many other wonderful options. Berries like strawberries and blueberries or kiwi are all rich sources of vitamin C without containing similar interacting compounds. Knowledge is the most effective preventative medicine. By understanding what you eat and what you take, you are holding the key to your own long-term safety and health. 4. Cherries, the power of anti-inflammation and the subtlety of balance. Let's explore a fruit often hailed as a ruby gem of the nutritional world, the cherry. With their alluring color and sweet taste, cherries, especially tart cherry juice, have quickly become famous for their powerful anti-inflammatory properties, becoming a beacon of hope for those dealing with gout or arthritis. But have you ever wondered what creates that power? And could this very strength hide a subtle truth we need to understand? The secret lies in a group of natural compounds called salicylates. This is the very compound that scientists studied and synthesized to create aspirin, one of the most familiar drugs in the world. Essentially, you can think of the salicylates in cherries as a form of aspirin from nature. Its anti-inflammatory effect is real and has been documented. But this raises an extremely important question. So, how does the natural aspirin in our fruit bowl interact with the real aspirin in our medicine cabinet? The answer lies in a medical principle called an additive effect. For the millions of seniors who follow their doctor's orders to take a daily low-dose aspirin to prevent cardiovascular problems, or who are on stronger blood-thinning medications like warfarin, Coumadin, or clopidogrel, Plavix, consuming a large amount of salicylates every day can be like inadvertently increasing their medication dose. When that happens, the blood can become too thin, reducing the body's natural ability to clot when needed and increasing the risk of bleeding. The story of Daniel, an 84-year-old man, gave us a profound lesson in transparency. Suffering from knee joint pain, he started drinking a glass of concentrated cherry juice every evening after hearing about its benefits. But what he did differently was, at his next follow-up appointment, he proactively told his doctor about this new habit. His doctor, knowing he was on low-dose aspirin, immediately recognized the potential interaction. He ordered a simple blood test to check his clotting time. The results showed that Daniel's blood had started to become slightly thinner than the optimal level. They didn't have to stop completely. Instead, they worked together to make an adjustment, reducing the amount of juice and switching to eating a few fresh cherries a few times a week. That open communication turned a potential risk into an opportunity to optimize his health. So, what is the core lesson here? 1. Be completely transparent with your medical team. View your doctors and pharmacists as your partners. Never hesitate to share any changes in your diet or any supplements you're taking. A single sentence from you could be the most critical missing piece of information. 2. Enjoy, don't overdo. Eating a handful of fresh cherries when they are in season is a wonderful experience. It is entirely different from consuming concentrated products in large doses every day as if they were a medicine. Enjoy fruit for the flavor and joy it brings. 3. View health holistically. The food you eat, the medication you take, and your activities are all part of a larger picture. They interact with each other. Becoming the wise conductor of your own orchestra is the best way to care for your health. We've just learned how one fruit can make the blood too thin. What if I told you that the next fruit, often seen as the ultimate symbol of hydration, could, under certain conditions, paradoxically lead to a state that makes your blood thicker? Let's uncover the surprising truth about watermelon. 5. Watermelon, the paradox of water and electrolyte balance. It sounds almost unbelievable, doesn't it? How could a fruit that's 92% water lead to a state of dehydration? This is one of the most classic examples of how crucial it is to understand our bodies in our later years. Watermelon is the symbol of summer, pure refreshment, the way we've always thought to rehydrate after an afternoon of gardening. And yes, it provides water. But here's the fascinating part. Watermelon is also a very effective natural diuretic. Studies, such as those published in the Journal of Nutrition, have shown that compounds in watermelon help our bodies increase the excretion of excess sodium and water through urine. In moderation, this is very good for blood pressure. But the paradox begins to emerge when we combine this habit with diuretic medications prescribed by a doctor. This is a very common scenario. When you are taking a diuretic and also eating a large amount of watermelon, especially in the evening, you are creating a dual effect. Your body can lose water and important electrolytes like potassium and sodium faster than necessary. So why is this particularly important, especially during the quiet hours of the night? When the body becomes dehydrated, our blood becomes more concentrated. Imagine it flowing a bit more slowly, like honey, instead of water. At the same time, dehydration can also cause postural hypotension, that feeling of dizziness or lightheadedness when you suddenly get out of bed in the morning. The combination of thicker blood and unstable blood pressure creates a potentially risky environment. The story of Howard, 82, showed how important it is to listen to your body. He was frequently dizzy in the mornings and thought it was just due to his age. But when he shared this with his HSS physical therapist during a balance training session, she suggested he try keeping a food and symptom diary. Together, they discovered a pattern. The worst dizzy spells often occurred after evenings when he ate a lot of watermelon. The solution was simple. He just needed to reduce his portion of watermelon in the evening and occasionally drink a glass of coconut water that is rich in electrolytes. During the day, with just that small change, his morning dizzy spells almost completely disappeared. From this story, here are empowering strategies for you. 1. Listen to your body. Signs like unusual dry mouth at night, dark-colored urine, or feeling dizzy when you stand up are not normal. They are messages your body is trying to send you. 2. Eat with your body clock. Enjoy watermelon during the day when you are still active and drinking enough water. Limit eating a large amount before bed, a time when your body needs stability. 3. Remember electrolytes. If you are a watermelon lover, make sure your diet is also rich in electrolytes from other sources, like coconut water, a pinch of quality sea salt, or green leafy vegetables. We have journeyed together through the subtle nuances of 5 fruits, from blood sugar, drug interactions, blood thinning, And now, blood thickening. You might be asking yourself, so in the end, what can I eat with complete confidence? In our upcoming conclusion, we will not only answer that question, but will also provide you with the golden list of fruits and the ultimate principles for wisely enjoying nature's sweetness for years to come. We have journeyed together through a meaningful exploration, from understanding blood sugar and potassium to the subtle interactions between food and medicine, and even the balance of fluids in our body. As we've seen throughout this video, the key to living a healthy and confident life never lies in fear, but in wisdom. It doesn't come from prohibition, but from understanding. Our bodies, like finely crafted instruments, don't demand that we discard the favorite notes that once brought us joy. They simply invite us to become wiser conductors, knowing how to orchestrate each element to create a harmonious and vibrant symphony. Every fruit has its own benefits, and by better understanding how they interact with our unique bodies, we can enjoy them fully and safely. So, what are the choices you can confidently add to your daily diet? The team at Healthy Steps Seniors often calls this the golden list. Think of berries like blueberries and strawberries. Organic is preferred. They are champions of antioxidants that protect brain cells without causing sudden blood sugar spikes. Don't forget the avocado. Technically, it's also a fruit. It's an excellent source of monounsaturated fats that help nourish the brain and stabilize energy throughout the day. And lemons and limes. These are a wonderful way to add flavor to your water or your meals, providing vitamin C without added sugar. Finally, green apples, like Granny Smith, with their lower sugar and higher fiber content, are also a smart choice when you want a crisp, delicious snack. And now for the most important part of every Healthy Steps Seniors video, hearing from you, our community members. Today, we want to hear from you. What is one thing you learned that you can apply to care for your own health or the health of a loved one? Perhaps it's an intention to talk to your pharmacist next time about the medications you're taking, or maybe it's as simple as adding a few almonds when you eat grapes. Whether big or small, every action matters. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. By sharing, we not only reinforce our own knowledge, but also inspire and spread wisdom to others in our community. If this video has brought you value, please take a moment to press the like button, share it with friends and people you care about, and most importantly, subscribe to the Healthy Steps Seniors channel to help us continue our mission of bringing trustworthy health information to the senior community. And our learning journey doesn't stop here. To learn more about building a brain-healthy diet, we invite you to watch our video on the top 3 vitamins for seniors' brain health, with the link now appearing on your screen. At Healthy Steps Seniors, we believe that every day is an opportunity to take another firm step on the path to a vibrant and healthy life. Stay wise, stay healthy, and remember, you have the strength and wisdom to make the best choices for yourself. Thank you for watching.